what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to YURP Nation Reactions. I am Tyrone, and today on the channel we got another pitch meeting, and this is Venom: The Last Dance. Now, I was not a fan of the last Venom film. I thought the first one was okay, but the second one was horrible to me. The way that they portrayed Carnage and just the overall thing about Venom was just bad. Now, I did see this one. I didn't review it on Mostly Wrong Opinions, the movie review channel that I do with Devin Harris. We reviewed a better film last week. It's called The Substance. That is something you definitely want to check out. If you're squeamish about body horror, you know, be prepared for that. But anyway, I did see this film, and it was everything that you commonly see in a lot of these stupid comic book movies these days. You know, and what you don't see is what I saw in the theater at the end of the movie, and I will tell you about that, about someone that was in the theater with me, what happened. It's weird, and I'll tell you about that at the end of this. Let's see what Ryan has to say about it.
So, you have a new Venom movie for me? Yes, sir, I do. Somehow we made it to 3.
Somehow.
We did it! Yeah. So what are we gonna do with that
Yeah.
whole Venom has visited the MCU post-credit scene we did? Nothing. We go back to the Sonyverse and Venom says he hates multiverses. Okay, well, we dipped our toes in. That was exciting. Technically, we're part of the MCU now. Technically, we are, so fans can kind of imagine a world where Spider-Man and Venom would have interacted, potentially. That's what people are paying us for, sir. For some reason, yes, they seem to be. So we're gonna meet the bad guy of this movie, this guy Null, who created the symbiotes, and he's trapped in a space prison. Oh, and what kind of cool stuff's he gonna do with the movie? Nothing. Really, because he's trapped in a space prison. Right, you did just say that. But because Venom saved Eddie's life, that created something called a codex, which Null can use to escape from space prison and do evil things, potentially, because of the codex thing. That's strangely specific. Yeah, I can write whatever I want here, and people have no choice but to accept it. Oh, neat. So in this movie, whenever Eddie and Venom transform fully, they can be tracked by this scary monster that Null sent after them. So the premise is that we can't really see full-on Venom much in this full-on Venom movie. Precisely. I guess that's what people want to see. Anyway, so at the same time, Eddie's on the run because he's a murder suspect because of the last movie. He's being chased by this military guy, Strickland. Oh, we should get Chiwetel Ejiofor to play the military guy. The guy who played Baron Mordo.
It really
in Doctor
doesn't matter
Strange.
that he's in
that way
this.
people will see him in the trailers and be like, wait, is this all connected multiversally?
That was the plan.
When they watch the movie, they'll be like, oh no, it isn't.
It's just
not
a regular
that. But by
guy.
then, we already have their money. Smart. So anyway, after being chased by an
We already
alien
have their
monster
money.
in the military a bit, Eddie's gonna hitchhike with this family. And what's their deal? Well, they're kind of weird, and the dad is bringing his family to see Area 51 before it gets shut down. We should get Reese Fans to play the dad, the guy who played the Lizard in The Amazing Spider-Man and Spider-Man No Way Home. That's
Total
right.
waste,
we had
man.
Venom in a post-credit scene of that movie. That's right. So why would we? I just explained to you why. Fair enough. Okay, let's trick these suckers. Acting like you're about to do something fun and then not doing it is good. Oh, so what else happens? Well, it just so happens that a bunch of symbiotes are being kept at Area 51. Oh, wow. What are the odds of Eddie accidentally heading that way? I told you I can write whatever I want. Crazy. So after spending kind of a weird amount of time road tripping with his family, Eddie's gonna get dropped off in Vegas. Las Vegas. Yeah. Oh, wow. Wow. And who does he run into there but Mrs. Chen, the woman who runs the local convenience store near his place in San Francisco?
How convenient.
Yeah, finds her at a slot machine at the first casino he walks into. Well, you really can write whatever you want, huh? I sure can, sir. So they're gonna completely transform into Venom so they can do a fun dance
aren't they
with
not
her
supposed to
set
do
to
that?
ABBA. Oh, do they not know that when they fully transform, it attracts the deadly monster? No, they know. So why would they do that? Well, at this point in the movie, I want the monster to find them, so they're just gonna do it. Fair enough. And the military people are gonna show up too and actually split Venom from Eddie and bring them to Area 51. Oh no. And they're gonna find out that the only way to destroy the Codex and save the world is if one of them dies. Oh. Kind of seems like a no-brainer that they should sacrifice one of them. No. Everybody's fighting for them both to survive. Even the other symbiotes are gonna fight for that. Why? Because Eddie and Venom are the main characters. That makes sense. And there's gonna be this big dramatic scene where Strickland gets approved to deploy the Six. The Six, huh? What are they like?
Nothing but
symbiote
regular dudes.
soldiers or something? No, they're just like 6 military guys who die immediately. Oh, okay. But all the symbiotes are gonna be released to help fight the monster, and they're gonna like bond with scientists so they can fight. Didn't we make a big deal in the first movie about it being super rare
That's
for
the
a
problem.
symbiote to find a human host. Hey, shut up. And also, there's this one
Hey, shut up.
scientist named Teddy Payne, and she's gonna have this whole backstory with her brother, and they were both struck by lightning as kids. Okay. And he wanted to be a scientist, but he died, so she became a scientist, and she has like this big lightning scar on her. Right. And at the climax of the movie, when a symbiote bonds with her, there's gonna be some like lightning on her hand. Gotcha. So that's where that whole backstory leads up to.
You're just supposed to know that is
okay.
Shriek.
What does that add to this?
That's what you're supposed to know.
Out loud, I don't know, but it's gonna be in there. Well, okay then. So then the big bad guy who is incapable of moving is gonna send several monsters, and these people had a hard time handling one. Oh man, it's gonna be tough to save the day now. Actually, it's gonna be super easy. Barely an inconvenience.
Oh, really?
Yeah, see, Venom kind of absorbs them all and then walks over to this thing of acid they had kind of out in the open and sacrifices himself. They just had big vats of acid nearby. Yeah, that's how they were destroying things in Area 51 with acid. Yes, that is convenient. Yeah, so now Venom is dead and Eddie is sad, and we're gonna have a nice flashback montage set to the song Memories by Maroon 5. What? And so then we're done, what do you think? Oh, it sounds like a good time. I just feel like maybe we should leave it a bit more open-ended. Isn't this the last one that Tom Hardy's doing? Yeah, but I mean, if this movie does super well, we're gonna feel kinda silly if we don't leave an open door. Okay, well, we can have a post-credit scene where Null kinda shows his face, and it's like, oh, he's still there.
He's
Love
still
it.
there.
Maybe we show a cockroach that has some symbiote on it. Perfect. All right. Let's hope this one hits a franchise high.
Franchise low. Well deserving of that low too. Yeah, that whole thing with the whole symbiotes, you know, is being very hard to sync up with someone. That whole part about a symbiote to bond, they threw that out the window in this film. I mean, the symbiotes at Area 51 was just latching on to every single scientist there to try to fight off those monsters, you know, from that Noel sent. It was really forgettable. The movie was extremely forgettable, and a lot of films that are these 100-something, 200-something films that are based upon comic book IPs are that now. And it's been that way for the last 4 or 5 years after Endgame, you know, and that is such a drag. You know, comic book movies used to be, you know, stories, used to be filmed, used to have depth to it, you know, and stakes also. But now, like, all this stuff, there's really no stakes to it. Now, let me tell you about the weird thing that happened when I was at the theater watching this. So when he just explained the whole thing about, you know, Venom sacrificing himself, collecting all the monsters and stuff, and he sacrificed himself, right? At that time happening, you know, we're all just watching it in the theater, just watching like, oh, okay. There was one woman, grown woman, bawling her eyes out when she saw Venom die. And crying a lot at the montage with the whole memories thing with the Maroon 5 that he just said. And I'm like, huh? We were all just I could feel the audience looking, because she was sitting in the middle. I could feel the audience is going like, why are you crying? You know, why are you crying over this? This is, huh? Did you have that much of connection to Venom or to this series like that? It's weird. It is weird. Kudos to her, I guess, because this movie did not do it for me, and I am very glad that this is the end. And who knows if I don't know if Venom really works in a cinematic universe, you know, unless you actually have the actual, I want to say the cinematic universe. I don't know if Venom works on screen, to be honest with you, because unless you have Venom actually fighting Spider-Man like in Spider-Man 3, but even that didn't work too well because that was just weird. And you saw Topher Grace's face a lot of the time. You didn't really see just Venom being Venom and didn't even look like Venom. So yeah, a lot of weird things, you know, with this character, and I think they just need to just put Venom to rest and focus on Spider-Man especially for this next one, the fourth one that's coming out in a couple of years, you know. But yeah, thank you again, Mr. Ryan George, for a great commentary on this film and pointing out all the weird shit. Get in the comments and let me know what you thought about this. And you know, did you like Venom, the Venom series? Did you cry like that girl in my audience did? If you did, you did. not me. All right. And also, if you did like this reaction, please hit the thumbs up. It really does help out the channel more than you know. And if you're new to the channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell to stay up to date with everything I do right here on YURP Nation Reactions. Popping up over here is something else that I did. I think you should watch that video, have fun with that video, and then come on back for another video that we doing here, because there's a lot of things I do. Come on back, let's have fun. See you in another one. Peace.